Hey Guardians, welcome to another video by your boy, Absolute Quality, and today we're going to be talking about something that I think that everyone that's going to watch this video is going to relate quite well to. It's going to be something that is not a controversial topic that I've talked about before. Literally, I think everyone's going to agree with me here, and if you don't agree with me, I don't even know. I don't even know you. Like, you're just crazy if you don't agree with this simple problem that continues to happen in the Crucible. Now, the way that I want to fix it, you may not agree with, but I'm just saying that this entire topic is absolutely ludicrous. So what am I talking about? Well, I'm talking about how Destiny 2's competitive gameplay, so the competitive mode that you can play in, is ruined solely due to the fact of people rage quitting, leaving early. Yes, you heard it here. It's completely destroyed. The competitive factor of competitive is completely annihilated, and the game mode isn't even very fun because of the frequency of rage quitters. So here's the question. What is rage quitting entirely? What does that entail? What is rage quitting? Well, if you take it apart and you turn rage, and that's anger, frustration, and then you take quitting, which is obviously leaving something or stopping early or doing all that stuff. You stick it together, it's some little pansy who decides that he's mad that they lost a round and leaves because he doesn't want to get beat. There is your rage quit. There's your rage quit. Now, I'm going to say I'm a victim of this. I'm not a victim, but I am the perpetrator. Not in Destiny 2. I've never left a Destiny 2 match on purpose. The only time I've ever accidentally left a Destiny 2 competitive match is when I accidentally hit my Xbox button, and it's right next to my feet, and so I kind of stretched, and I tapped it, and it thought it was my finger, and it shut it off. So that's the only time I've ever actually left a Destiny competitive match early. Now, there are a lot of other matches that I've left. There's regular Destiny matches, quick play matches that I've left, but those are left. I just left those because I wasn't feeling like playing anymore. But there's no, terminal illness for that mode because someone else gets match made in. In competitive, no one gets match made in. And there is your problem. Now here's another question. Why is it bad in Destiny 2? Why is rage quitting in competitive bad in Destiny 2? Well, for one, it ruins the entire atmosphere for both teams, necessarily. So let's take the winning team, or the team that doesn't lose a person. They see the enemy team loses a person, they're up a couple rounds, they realize that this game is no longer hard. They are fighting, they have an immense man advantage. They have a one-person man advantage, and if all of the other teammates on that other team are getting smacked before that person leaves, there's no way they're coming at you with 3 people. Like, there's no way they're killing you. So now, this match has turned into something where, like, oh, this is an easy dub right here. Easy dub. All I have to do is just make sure I don't die, and we're good to go. And then you just play the match out like that. And then for the losing team, now, you say someone's really good on that team. So, like, they have the skill to outplay a couple people at a time. They have the skill to 2v1, 3v1 people, and they're quite good. I'm not saying that's me. I'm just saying that's a person out there. Now, they're fighting with a man down, therefore they can't make the same plays that they were making before, and they're getting ambushed and rushed, and there's just no way to even fight that off. So entirely, it basically destroys the whole feng shui of competitive. It destroys everything. It's no longer a competitive match. It's just basically whoever left first loses. It's just, you basically deem your team the loss. You give them the loss by leaving. And then that brings the other point, which is leaving your teammates out to dry. Because you're pissed off, you're mad that you got killed by a Graviton Lance in competitive, that's where everyone wants to use it. You get killed by it, you get pissed off. You get killed by it the second time, you get real pissed off, and you're like, okay, screw this. And you press the leave. You press the leave button. You just leave. Alright? Now, you got your other teammates there, which is me, and some other 2 guys that maybe aren't very good, because that happened in one of the matches. My whole team was just trash. But we're all sitting there, and we're like, what the hell? Why did you leave? You're an asshole. You specifically are the asshole, and I wish I remembered your name, because I send you a message and call you an asshole. Because now, I have to fight a man advantage. I have to fight against a man advantage. And that's impossible in competitive. It's literally impossible. When you're playing with 4 people, right? There's not a whole lot of kills going around, and then there's also team grouping where you stick together and you team shot people. It's very easy to do and competitive, especially if you have a friend going in with you. If somebody leaves, you're basically doomed to 2v1s at all points in time. At all points in time, you're literally fighting 2v1s, 3v1s. And it's basically impossible to kill those people because you're down. You don't have another person to get shot at. You don't have equal playing field. It is now a 3v4 and it is impossible. And then that also prompts another teammate to be like, wow, my teammate just left me out to dry. I'm leaving too because I don't want this. And so another person leaves. And now you have a 2v4. And then the other person's like, screw it. I don't want to play this. And they leave. And then you just have me. And I'm sitting there like, I'm not leaving this match. I'm not getting the warning, all right? I'm staying here and I'm going to take it like a man. And that brings the next point, which is you're going to lose points anyways, bud. You're going to lose points regardless if you stay or leave. So take it like a man and sit there and try and figure out what the hell went wrong and fix it. Don't effing leave. It's dumb. Don't do it. This whole video is emotionally charged because I'm just pissed off. I'm pissed off at the people that are pissed off. All right? It's just how it works. It's a circle of life. And then here's my last point about rage quitting, why it's bad. It's not necessarily why it's bad, it's just, you know, it's a point about rage quitting. You're in competitive to play competitive. You're not in competitive because you want to get a quick match in before lunch, or a quick match in before supper, or a quick match in before you go on a date with your girlfriend, or to frickin' work. You're not in a quick match to just play around and mess around and do all that stuff. You're competitive to show your skill against other Guardians, am I right? You have to be in competitive because you either A, are trying to work for the Regix Claymore, or B, you're in there because you want to fight the cream of the crop, the best players. You know that the best players are going to be in that mode because they're trying to prove their worth against you. And in turn, you're also trying to prove your worth against them and beat them and then get more points to get the Regix Claymore, which is what I'm doing it for. You're not in competitive to be an ass. You're not in competitive to just leave the game because you get mad. All right, you may do that in quick play, and I don't care about you at all, because now I have 6 people there. So if you leave, it's only a 5v6, and that's still a lot of people to get shot at. But when it goes down into the competitive setting with a 4v4, and then you proceed to leave, it really hurts everything. So next time, before you freaking rage quit, think about your teammates, okay? Think about how they're going to take it, all right? They're going to be like, wow, this is a guaranteed loss now. Thanks. Thanks, pal. But I'm bringing this video up mainly due to the fact that it's so frequent. It is so frequent. I played 10 games today, alright? I played 10 plus games, not 10, but 10 plus games. Around there, I was playing and I was trying to rank up so that I can get closer to the Regix Claymore, because now they added it so you don't lose as many points for losing in a row. You know, it's a lot lower now and it's so much nicer. But when you do lose a little bit more points, it doesn't count super hard against you like it used to. So now I'm in here, I'm trying to get the Regix Claymore because I want to review that weapon before the September update or the DLC comes out. So I played a few matches today, and every single match, except for one, at least one person left. At least one person left in every match I played except for one. And the one that no one left is the one that I'm showing you in conjunction with the other video that someone did leave, and you can see just how landslided it happened. It literally turned into an effing landslide because of that person leaving. I mean, it was already a landslide anyways because we were smacking them. We were just smacking them good. But we proceeded to smack them even harder after that guy left. But the other match, we lost. We ended up losing. I had like 16 kills or something. And my teammates were just trash. They weren't very good. They weren't getting the shots off that they were needing. They might be good players, but they were just not having the best of luck that they could possibly have in Crucible. But it's literally a joke. It's literally a joke that every match I played, someone left. It didn't matter if it was on my team or the other team. Whichever team was getting smacked, that person left. Someone on that team left, which is ridiculous. That shouldn't happen. That shouldn't be how things are happening in Crucible. That's dumb. So basically, it turns competitive into whoever can win the first round and piss off someone first, that team wins. Because that person that got pissed off is leaving. And he's quitting the game and he's getting the hell out of it. And then now you have a man advantage and now you're winning. It's basically how it is. It literally is how it is. Whoever wins that first round basically decides the momentum for the game, and then that proceeds to make someone get pissed off and leave. But obviously, there are those golden games, those one games that you have that you do play against other people that are quite good, and it's a very, very competitive match, which is what you want at all times when you're in competitive, because you want to be able to prove yourself, as well as having your teammates also proving themselves with you, so that it doesn't feel like it's a one-sided effort, or it's just like someone left, now I have to pick up the slack. You don't want that to happen. You want a nice competitive match where the games are pretty equal, it's not super one-sided, and it just ends up being a good game played, and you feel accomplished at the end of it, win or lose. So I have a few changes to be made for Crucible competitive, especially. There needs to be a bigger ban or suspension time after the very first one. I know that when I left when I hit the Xbox button with my foot, it gave me a warning and said, hey, don't leave the Crucible when you're in competitive. That's bad. You don't want to do that. Don't do that. So I was like, oh, wow, thanks for the warning. There doesn't need to be a warning. The warning doesn't need to exist. It needs to instant 5-minute ban. You remember Black Ops 3? If you ever played Black Ops 3, that was around when Destiny 1 was, I think Destiny 1 was up and running, when Black Ops 3 was out. Yeah. It was the second year of Destiny 1, Black Ops 3 came out. And in Black Ops 3, they had this thing called Arena Mode, which is basically competitive in Destiny. You take that, and if you left a match, the very first match, there was no warning. It was a 5-minute ban, immediately. A 5-minute suspension, effective immediately. And you had to click back into the ban thing, or not the ban thing, but the Arena Mode. You had to click back in, acknowledge that you have a 5-minute ban, and then it started. You couldn't just shut your Xbox off and be done with it. The next time you got on, you had to wait that 5 minutes. And then, if you left again, it was like a 20 or 25-minute ban. And then I don't know what it was after that, because I never did that. Because in Black Ops 3, there was a lot of issues with connectivity, so you would always sometimes get kicked out of matches and then unfairly given the good old ban hammer. But in Destiny, that doesn't happen. I've never had that happen to me in Destiny, and I'm using the same internet I was when I was playing Black Ops 3, so yeah. It doesn't happen very frequently, getting kicked out of matches at least. Then again, I don't know what everyone else is experiencing. But there needs to be an instant suspension for 5 minutes immediately. And then I think it's if you leave one, you get a warning, and then the second one you get, 30-minute ban or something like that for Destiny? It needs to be higher. It needs to be higher because it's so frequent. Everyone's using it to drop out of games to get the warning, and then they go back into the next game. It needs to be higher. But then also with leaving, there needs to be a point negation. You need to lose points for leaving. That it literally needs to happen like that. I don't care if it's another extra 5 points or all the way up to 20 points for leaving early, but it really needs to hurt you more than just playing the game out and losing, because that is one of the things that really, really hurts, is you can leave, lose the same amount of points, and then go right back into another game with the warning, and then you're back into another game. Say you win that game, you get more points, and then you go into the next game, you lose, and you get pissed off, so you leave before the game ends, and you still get the warning. That right there is literally the worst thing ever. That gives any player the opportunity to continually skip out on every other match because they don't like how it's going. So there needs to be a bigger ban, or a ban immediately after leaving for the first one, because that's how Black Ops 3 did it, and it didn't happen very often. It didn't happen often to the point in match. It happened a lot when we were loading in, because I think people were just getting kicked out, again, the connectivity issues, but it didn't happen once we were all in. No one ever left while we were in, because they knew that 5 minutes was there for them immediately if they left. That needs to be implemented into this game, because it is ridiculous. That's literally why competitive is a joke. Competitive is 100% an actual joke, because no matter what, you can just leave and leave your teammates out to dry and literally leave no complication, except for a warning. That's going to do it for the video, guys. So thank you for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I know I didn't at all. I hated every single second of playing competitive because I knew someone was going to leave, but I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you guys like to see more videos from me, go ahead and check out the channel. Just go on my name and click it. Go to the subscription, not the subscription, but the good old page that I have, my channel page. And you check out a few other videos. Just check them out. If you like them, go ahead and subscribe, because, you know, I got more videos like this coming every day or every other day. Right now, I'm kind of inconsistent at this current point, mainly because I'm moving. But I'll see you guys later.